What up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Full Metal Analysis. Well, week three is in the books, man. Week three was an interesting week. We had some upsets. We had some highs, some lows. We had people getting benched. Uh, you know, the full rung, man. Going into week three, man, we can get into what our results were, but did you have any big takeaways from week three?
Week three. Um, can't trust anybody. Uh, Teams are not who they say they are. Everybody's a lie. Trust nothing. I'm sitting in the corner, rocking back and forth after my betted up predictions. So yeah, that's where I'm at, man. A lot of not a lot of injuries, but we had some injuries. CD Lamb is gonna miss a couple weeks. Mike Evans is gonna miss a couple weeks. Nick Bosa's out for the season. The
Wow.
greatest, yeah, the greatest backup quarterback in the world. He hurt his knee, I think, and so Brock Purdy's back now. Mac Jones is out. Um,
They needed that to happen.
anyway, yeah, man, it's a lot. It was a lot of injuries, man. So, the greatest defensive end, Al Qadim Muhammad is missing practice. I gotta check up and see how my man is doing. But yeah, man, it was a lot of injuries last week, man. So hopefully everybody gets rested up, and hopefully we won't have a week like that again this week.
Yeah, man. I took a lot away from it. My main two takeaways was probably more on the I don't know how to put it, embarrassing side, shameful side. Derrick Henry, with his third fumble of the year, throwing the biggest temper tantrum I've ever seen in sports. It's probably one of the greatest things I've ever seen on national TV. Um, you shouldn't enjoy things like that, but I enjoyed every moment of it. Derrick Henry's got a lot to answer for in the upcoming weeks. Coming up, the guys got to hold on to the ball. I mean, it was funny because the reporters asked him. He was like, "What are you gonna do?" He was like, "I just gotta work on it." You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm saying I gotta work on it and I'll get better. And it was like, well, how do you work on it? And he was like, yeah, yeah, that's a good question. I guess I guess I just gotta hold on to the ball tighter.
I mean, he been doing it his whole career, man. So it's just like, and the one he had against the Lions, man, that one was like, I don't know. I don't ever want to. It wouldn't sound right for me to be like that was okay, because it wasn't okay. You fumbled the ball, you're running back. That's like your number one priority. But
Right.
that was a fantastic punch out by Hutch. Like, he came out of nowhere. He pinpointed the ball. Um, Derrick Henry had no idea he was there. So I mean, I would say there's no shame in that fumble compared to the other two he had prior to that.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And I don't when people when it's a punch out and people get all over the running back, I'm like, the guy punched it out. What was he supposed to do?
Mm.
But it's not so much the punch out as his reaction to the punch out that triggered me, and the temper tantrum, the flailing of the flopping down on the bench, the flailing of the arms, the pouty face, the coach telling him you're not going back in, and you like, but why? And
I'm convinced that Derrick Henry sat down in front of the mirror for like an hour before the game, telling himself that he was not going to fumble that ball. He just kept repeating that over and over and over again. Like, I will not fumble this ball. I would not fumble this ball. I will not fumble this ball. And then when he fumbled that ball, man, it was over. It was the end of the world for that man.
I mean, listen, man. If he had came out and he fumbled the ball and the media asked him about it and he took it on the chin and just came back and was like, "Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's been a bad couple of weeks. It happens. I'm not. I'm not one to usually fumble the ball. I don't know what's going on, but I correct it and let it go at that. You know what I'm saying? I would have had nothing to say, but instead, he gave us the greatest performance of all time. And I loved Arian Ramon and all of it. And the second thing that I took away from this week is Russell Wilson getting benched. Russell Wilson, man, that guy exudes confidence. He's the opposite of what Derrick Henry is, man. He is out there, and if you look in Russ's eyes and if you ask him, Russ will tell you, I'm the man. Can't nobody do what Russ do. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. And then you go and look at Russ's performance, and he deserves to be benched. So
yeah, I don't know. Go ahead.
I'm interested to see what Jackson Dart does, man.
Jackson Dart will be good this next game, even though they got a tough opponent. He'll be good this next game, or he'll be decent. And then the game after that, probably be a lighter opponent, and he'll be good. And he'll probably give you a couple weeks. But at the end of the day, he, just like Russell Wilson, just like Daniel Jones, and just like all the quarterbacks before them,
play for the Giants.
They play for the Giants, and even Eli was never a fantastic quarterback, but Eli set the standard, I guess. But Eli just rose when the occasion was called for, and and he always played with a great defense. But like New York Giants quarterbacks, man, it's just, you have to go back to Kerry Collins or something like that. Like it's been a minute since you had a stable.
Not even him. Like, come on, Kerry Collins. He was okay.
Yeah, I mean that's Kerry Collins and Eli Manning were both okay. You see Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones goes to Indianapolis, and people want to make him the MVP of the league. So, I mean, it's only so much.
I don't know what Daniel Jones is drinking over there. Maybe it's like you said. Maybe it's the curse of the Giants, man.
Curse of the Giants, man. It's just it's the worst franchise in sports. I can't say that enough. So yeah, Jackson Dart. This idea they would be better off playing Jameis Winston, because Jameis Winston is like when you got a franchise that's so terrible like the New York Giants, you got to combat that terribleness with crazy. And Jameis Winston is just crazy enough to not allow the circus around him to affect him, because he's going to go out there and do what he does. That's why they got Russell Wilson, because they thought that he would be able to do that. But no, maybe the old Russell Wilson, but this Russell Wilson doesn't have the talent to match up with the mentality of, hey, I have to be crazy enough to overlook all of this stuff. Jameis Winston lives in his own world. So, you might get a bad performance out of him, but it's not because he's playing with the New York Giants. That's just Jameis Winston. And you might get a good performance, and it has nothing to do with it. It's just Jameis Winston.
Just Jameis Winston, man. He gonna give you five touchdowns, and he gonna give you 5 interceptions, and it might even be in the same game.
Might be. All right, man. Let's see. Man, this week was, like I said, terrible for me. Good week for you. Let's see. I finished. We'll just go to it. First game of the week was Green Bay at Cleveland. We both gave Green Bay the benefit of the doubt. They were on a roll. We were both on Green Bay, and somehow Cleveland won that game.
Yeah, man. Who would have thought that Cleveland would pull that out? Name me 3 Cleveland players. No, not including Myles Garrett.
I can name you 3 Cleveland players, but that's only because my fantasy team sucks, and all the Cleveland players are sitting there in free agency.
Yeah, man, but no. I never in a million years would have thought that that Green Bay would lose to Cleveland. And to your point, even though I didn't see the game, actually, I heard that Green Bay had to lead the entire game, and Cleveland put up 14 points, like right at the end of the game. And to your point, it was all Jordan Love's fault.
Yeah, Jordan Love looked like he had a mediocre game. He didn't even eclipse 200 yards passing. He threw one touchdown. He threw one interception. Got sacked five. Got sacked 5 times. Yeah, rough day at the office for him. Speaking of fumbles, he didn't lose it though. He got it back. But Josh Jacobs put the ball on the ground. He only finished with 30 yards. Just well, unless the defense is for real, it just looks like an uninspiring effort from Green Bay. Micah Parsons didn't do much. 2 tackles, 2 hits, 2 QB hits. And on the flip side, man, Joe Flacco didn't do a lot either. He threw for 142 yards, threw a pick, got sacked twice. The only name that stands out is, the only player that stands out is their running back, rookie running back Quinshawn Judkins. He was under some legal issues early to start the season, but he got that sorted out. The team signed his contract. He signed his contract, and he's back now. But nearly got 100 yards, 94 yards, 1 touchdown. So that was that.
That seemed like an awful game to watch, man. That game was probably
Man.
boring. If you if you were probably only watching that game if you were a Browns or a Green Bay fan, and even then you were probably like, "Oh my God, is it over yet?"
Yeah. Yeah, nobody. No, it's not even because they lost. I was gonna say nobody enjoyed that game except for Cleveland Browns fans because that's Cleveland Browns fans watch that every week. But yeah, if you're a Packers fan, like you're pissed watching that game. Like not only like why are we struggling against the Browns, and then you lose to the Browns. Like you was probably mad you watched that game.
Right.
I would have been. Next up, the New York Jets took on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You talked about my takeaways from last week, and this should have been one of them. The fact that how many block kicks there were. This game,
Oh yeah.
yeah, this game nearly ended on a block kick, but Baker was able to take it back, bring it back, and put the Buccaneers in position to win.
Hey man, yeah, the Buccaneers won that game, but after that block field goal, man, the dance that AG did on the sideline would inspire me as a teammate to rally and win that game for the Jets, man. There's no way the team shouldn't have been fired up seeing AG do that on the sideline.
Yeah, man. Hopefully AG gets off the snide and gets his first win as the Jets head coach. He should have had it there, like you said. I took Buccaneers, but they were favored by 6.5. So you took the points, and you took that one.
Yeah, man. I think I took the Jets. I think the Jets have an unfavorable schedule for a brand new coaching team with a brand new system. They just the Tampa Bay and the Steelers, Tampa Bay and Buffalo is a rough start for anybody, especially a brand new team.
All right. Next up, we had the LA Rams going to Philly to take on the Eagles. We were both on Philly. The Philly was favored by 3.5. Another game where a team squeaked by. Oh wait, no. Okay, I did that wrong. I'm sorry. We were both on the Rams, getting a 3.5, but Philly ended up winning by a touchdown.
Yeah, man. On a fluke. Well, I ain't even gonna call it a fluke because that was all skill. Jordan Davis breaking into that backfield on another block kick. Not only blocking the punt, but grabbing it out of the air and running 80 yards for a touchdown. A man of that size, not being hawked down by anybody is amazing in itself. But yeah, man, yeah, we lost by 6 points. But how do you get two field goals blocked in the game, especially a game winning field goal? Like how do you let that happen, Rams?
Yeah, Jordan Davis was booking it. Jalen Hurts finished the game with 226 yards, 3 touchdowns. I gotta look it up. Hold on a second. And there was rushing. Damn. Jalen Hurts finished the game with 3 touchdowns, 226 yards, 40 yards on the ground, and one, I'm assuming tush push, maybe not, but 1 touchdown on the ground. Where do you put Jordan or Jalen Hurts in the breakdown of quarterbacks, starting quarterbacks in the league? Where would you put him? Where would you slot him?
He's in my top. I want to say he's in my top 5, but before I say that, I gotta think. Patrick, Mar, Josh. Yeah, I put him in my top 5. He's like 4.
Yeah, I would have to. Yeah, I would have to sit down and look at it, but off the top of my head, I had him. My number was 5. So yeah, we hit the same spot.
I will put him above Joe Burrow because Joe Burrow has been losing and he can't stay healthy.
Yeah, I will have to look at it, but definitely when you hear people talk about quarterbacks, he's not often mentioned. But to your point, all he does is win. He's not an inaccurate quarterback. He does everything that you need a quarterback to do to win. He's got the he's poised. He's got a Super Bowl under his belt. So yeah, I think he should be considered he should be considered top 5, but I just feel like people don't give him the respect.
He took a little step back in my book last year, only because he got off to a slow start, and I feel like Jason Kelce was calling the plays for him in before, and it took him a little while to adjust to having that presence gone. And then Saquon Barkley came in and kind of took over the spotlight for a little while, but then he ramped it back up towards the end of the season last year, and he's been on fire this season. So yeah, he's back up there for me.
Atlanta took on the Carolina Panthers. I took Atlanta. I thought their defense was good. You took Carolina. Carolina shut out the Atlanta Falcons, and I walked away from that game convinced that Michael Penix Jr. will never be good in this league until he takes that damn do-rag off.
No, man. I'm convinced that Atlanta won't be good until they fire their coaches and get somebody that actually sees, hey, we do have other weapons on this team other than Bijan, and uses Bijan in the correct way. Like, I mean, man, I don't understand it, man. They went from not using Bijan to only using Bijan. So I don't get what Atlanta coaching is doing, man. So but like I was firm in believing that Atlanta will be better, but it's going to take them a while to get there. But it will happen a lot faster if they just fired their coaches now. Listen to me, Atlanta. Fire your coaches.
Yeah, I can't defend the coaching at all. So that might be a good place to start. Indy went to Tennessee to take on the Titans. I thought the Titans could make it respectable. They didn't. The Titans are sorry. Daniel Jones.
Where's your Cam Ward now?
Daniel Jones, Indiana Jones. It was a blowout, and the Colts are 3-0. Colts win 41-20.
I'm actually interested in what this guy is the number 1 draft pick, man. He's got to have some amazing numbers. Go ahead, give it to me. Tell me how amazing Cam Ward was in this game.
He was mediocre. It was 219 yards. He threw one touchdown. He threw one interception, and he ran for 12 yards. He got sacked
That's
4
your
times.
that's your number one draft pick, guys.
He got sacked 4 times. But maybe it would have been a couple more interceptions. But I was gonna say that is a Will Levis performance if I've ever seen it.
Ooh. Well, we have to see. Did Will Levis? How many? Will Levis had an interception in every game he played last year, didn't he?
I don't know about that, but he had a lot of interceptions last year.
Well, we have to keep track of Cam Ward's interception. I wouldn't dare put the Will Levis label on Cam Ward. I don't think he's that bad. I'm just wondering if he was the number one pick. Like there was a guy that went number one overall, and his performance shows like I don't know, I'll say like a third round pick. And then there was a guy that went fifth round that maybe should have been a second round pick. And just wondering what's going on in the draft.
Oh, all right. The Las Vegas Raiders took on Washington Commanders. We were both on Washington minus the 2.5. Washington covered, dominated the Raiders 41-24. Marcus Mariota led the charge. Geno Smith threw 3 touchdowns, 289 yards, but it wasn't enough.
The Raiders will be good one day. Just like I'm saying about Atlanta, but it's gonna be a minute. It's gonna take them a while to get there.
Right. Cincinnati took on Minnesota. We were just talking about how Minnesota looked like a broken team. Close the casket. They're done. Stick a fork in them. And we didn't really like Cincinnati with the backup quarterback, but hey, they were due for a win. Well, it turns out Cincinnati sucks without Joe Burrow. They suck with Joe Burrow, and they suck without Joe Burrow. 48-10, the Minnesota Vikings just decimate the Bengals. It was their defense that really stood out.
Yeah, their defense stood out, man, and I'm still not convinced of. I mean, this fluke of a game is not going to convince me that the Vikings are good. But what I will say is, if you came to me and told me that that Browning was a secret agent for the Vikings, I would believe you because he had to be playing for the Vikings with that team. With as many receivers as he was throwing to on the Vikings team, he had to be playing for them.
Yeah. I'm begging Cincinnati to go get a quarterback from somewhere. I mean, unless they're just gonna waste this season away. But it's crazy to sign. You only got one more year of T. Higgins. I don't think they gave him a multi-year deal. I think he's still on the franchise tag. I have to look that up. But you just re-signed Jamar Chase. You got all this money tied up, so you might as well just make a trade and make a run with it with a backup quarterback.
So let me ask you this: if you were a free agent quarterback and Cincinnati rolled up on you, it's like, hey, got an open spot for you here. Would you be in a hurry to jump behind that offensive line that can't protect Joe Burrow?
If Russell Wilson was willing to take New York Giants money, I'm convinced that anybody is willing to play anywhere. Like, who's calling? The New York Giants. I'd be like, hang up the phone. But hey, somehow the New York Giants keep finding quarterbacks.
That's funny.
The Pittsburgh Steelers went to New England to take on the Patriots. We were both on Pittsburgh. We used to believe in a old saying that you never bet against the you never bet against Mike Tomlin, and he came through for us on this one. Steelers win 21-14.
Once again, man, Patriots up and coming team, not there yet. to your point, Christian Gonzalez is hurt, so I believe that the Patriots will be a good team. I don't know if it's going to be with Stephon Diggs on the team. He's been bouncing around from team to team ever since he left. Since he left, what, Buffalo, the Vikings? I don't know, man. Will he be there next year? I don't know, man. It might be time for him to give it up because at this point, you're just a CD deuce away from being off the team.
Yeah. Ramondre Stevens. I'm sorry. Hunter Henry led the team in receptions. Stephon Diggs didn't do much. 3 catches for 23 yards. He hasn't really done a whole lot this season. So, yeah, he's just
He didn't
kind of.
do much last season. Is Stephon Diggs still a star in this league?
No, not at all. Not at all. But like you said, Buffalo was his last good year. And then he played with Houston last year. And he was okay. And then he got hurt. And now he was now he's at New England. He's just collecting checks now at this point. Speaking of Houston, they went to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Another team that I thought was hot garbage, the Jaguars. And lo and behold, it turns out Houston is actually the trash team. They lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars 17-10.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on with Houston. Well, actually, I think I do, man. Like I think I've said this before, man. But I'm thinking CD Stroud is missing his receivers. His number one guy when he had success, he had Tank Dell on the field, and since Tank Dell has been hurt last year and this year, and I want to say a half a season before that, CJ Stroud has not been able to get it together, man. I feel like Tank Dell was his go-to, and then he's been playing musical chairs with the rest of his receivers. Like I said, Stephon Diggs was there last year. He's not there this year. And then you got Nico Collins, who's half man, half absent. He's only on the field 50% of the time. And like, I don't know, man. I think that's probably just messing with the inconsistency is messing with CJ Stroud's head. Not to mention the greatest running back in the world, the guy that refers to himself in the third person, Joe Mixon, has also been half man, half absent as well. So yeah, man, I think that's really the offensive personnel is really messing with CJ Stroud.
Yeah, they need a couple of things. They need CJ Stroud to re-center his focus, and they definitely need Joe Mixon back. Their leading rusher was Nick Chubb, 9 carries for 38 yards, and CJ Stroud finished the game with 2 interceptions and 1 touchdown, and he threw for 200 yards. So yeah, CJ Stroud needs some backup, some relief, some support. And Joe Mixon is gonna be the best remedy for that they have on deck, I should say. So we'll see how it goes.
Joe Mixon is gonna have to be the remedy for that because speaking of that, I don't know what's been going on with Nico Collins. I need that guy to play a full season. And I had recently looked up Tank Dell's injury, and I think CJ Stroud was the most comfortable with Tank Dell, and he had built a relationship where we always talk about the chemistry with guys, and I think he had the most chemistry with Tank Dell. But I just looked up Tank Dell's injury, man, and that guy tore an ACL, an MCL, and an LCL, which I've never heard of in his last injury.
Mm-hmm.
And that sounds like a season-ending injury. I mean, a career-ending injury. I mean, to tear all of those in one sitting, did they tear your leg off and reattach it? What happened?
Yeah, Tank Dell might be the first player to ever be diagnosed with back-to-back season-ending injuries in one play.
Yeah, man, it is. Yeah,
like,
man. So
you're out for the next 2 seasons. Damn.
A 2-season ending injury.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah, man, I don't know if Tank Dell is coming back from that, and it's, you same thing that our coaching staff said, man. You hate to see it, but Tank Dell was a young up and coming receiver, but his career might be over, and the Texans might have to move on and get a new number one, man.
Yeah. I mean, Nico is the number one. He finished the game with 8 catches, 104 yards, and a touchdown. But Tank Dell is, to me, Tank Dell is the T. Higgins. Tank Dell is the T. Higgins of the Houston Texans. Like, Jamar Chase always gets all of the numbers and touchdowns and flashy stats, but when T. Higgins doesn't play, I feel like that team always loses. Whenever people are all over Jamar Chase, T. Higgins is always open. So Tank Dell, in my opinion, was that. Whenever they double teaming Nico, Tank Dell was always open. But yeah, they don't have that now. They spent a high resource on a wide receiver who I thought might be pretty good, but that kid has done nothing in the league so far. So we'll continue to see if they develop a chemistry. They got Christian Kirk back, who was hurt. Christian Kirk is nothing special, but he is a professional who can get open anywhere on the field. So maybe Christian Kirk provides some relief until Joe Mixon gets back.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the Texans do, man. Hopefully, they can get together and have a somewhat formidable season, but it's not looking good when you lose to the Jaguars.
New Orleans Saints took on Seattle. We were both on Seattle. Seattle was given 7.5 at home. That was nothing to them. They blew out the Saints 44-13. Spencer Rattler had an okay day.
Tell the team. Tell the team.
218 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Kamara couldn't get anything going. Olave had 10 catches for 57 yards. And yeah, the Saints are just a bad team. There's not a lot to say about them.
The Saints are a bad team, man. They have the opposite of what Texas has. They have receivers in place, but they don't have a quarterback, and their defense is ancient, man. Like you could look up the Saints defense in the history books, man, and every single one of them will be there. Like dog is the hell.
Cam Jordan. Cam Jordan is
Cam Jordan is still on the team.
Cam Jordan is the best player I think I've ever seen in football.
I mean, yeah, Cam Jordan. Cam Jordan has been in the league for 47 years. And Alvin Kamara, man. I mean, Alvin Kamara is a great talent, but at what point can you be the only talent on the team, the only guy producing anything, and like it's like digging a hole and not getting anywhere with Alvin Kamara? He either needs to get traded, which he said he's not going to do. He wants to be there forever, or just go home, man. If I was Alvin Kamara, I would take my ball and I would go home.
Next up, we got Denver going to LA to take on the Chargers. Chargers were given 2.5. We both took Denver because after this game, man, you know what? I don't know if I'm on the Denver train anymore. They got some kinks to work out. That train was moving last year, but this year, it's making a lot of stops, man. So I might have to hold off on the Broncos for a minute.
Yeah, man, I'm with you. I was thinking the same thing. I don't know what's going on in Denver. Not that it was a bad game, because it was a tight game at first. It was like 0-0 or 3-3 for a long time, and then they finally started putting points on the board, and it was like 7-7, and going touchdown for touchdown. It turned from a defensive battle until each team taking turns scoring, And then it just seemed like it got to a point where the Chargers were like, okay, we'll keep on scoring, and Denver forgot that they were supposed to be scoring.
I don't know what's going on with Bo Nix. I almost want to be funny but serious at the same time and say maybe he's missing Johnny Morton. But to Denver's credit, Justin Herbert willed the Chargers to that victory.
So answer me this, dog. Who? So I already know that that Bo Nix doesn't have damn, blanking on his name right now. Reynolds. Who's damn, what's his name? Used to play for us.
Josh Reynolds?
You froze? Yeah, Josh Reynolds. Yeah, I know he doesn't have Josh Reynolds. I know he doesn't have Josh Reynolds anymore. Who is the Denver's offense, man? Who is the Bo Nix out there throwing to?
Denver believes in the Green Bay system where you don't have a true number one, but you got like 3 number 2s. Cortland Sutton is, I think he's listed as their number 1, and he's a fine player, but in my opinion, he's a 2. Marvin Mims Jr. is a young up and coming talent, but he's not a number 1. And then they got Troy Franklin. That's a guy that I think we looked at in the Lions draft one time. So they just got it's just like Green Bay. They just got a collection of number 2s.
So what about their running back? Same thing.
Well, no, they're relying on J.K. Dobbins until he inevitably gets hurt, and then they got a rookie. They got a rookie in the waiting to come in.
So J.K. Dobbins hurt, and basically you got a bunch of number 2s.
J.K. Dobbins isn't hurt. I'm just saying that's J.K. Dobbins. They're using J.K. Dobbins, but at some point he's going to get hurt.
So basically, what you just told me is what your definition of the Tiger syndrome is. They got a bunch of okay players that had a good run last year, and this year they're playing up to who they really are.
You know, when you turn it around on me like that, I can't argue it.
Give Bo Nix some help out there, man. He can't do it by himself.
It's a true story. So I can't argue with you on that. Yeah, get him some help, man. I'm sure there's a receiver somewhere. They're not trading Jamar Chase, but I don't know, man. They need to. There's got to be a receiver somewhere that's disgruntled.
Hey, if they're lucky, maybe they can get Stephon Diggs next year.
No, stop it. But Jacksonville has my favorite receiver in the league right now, who is trapped with Trevor Lawrence throwing him the ball. And if I could get Brian Thomas Jr. to the Denver Broncos, that would be the greatest thing in the world for me. So yeah, Denver, make it happen. Dallas went to Chicago to take on the Bears. Bears were getting one. I said I love Dallas's offense, but it turns out that I should have gave some consideration to their defense because their defense is awful. They were blown out 14-31 to the Bears. You took the Bears. How are you feeling about that?
Not very well, or not very good about it, man. I mean, I took the Bears because the Cowboys fucking suck. But yeah, man, you got to think, man. The Cowboys defense is so bad. They made Caleb Williams out there looking like an all-star.
4 touchdowns, 298 yards, no sacks.
And to your point, man, even you have faith in the Cowboys offense, but the Cowboys offense wasn't that great either, man. When they needed to move the ball, they weren't moving. And I'll tell you what I did notice. The moment that they benched Dak, because they did bench Dak at the end of the game, and they put in Joe Milton, that offense started moving like clockwork.
In Dak's defense, this is probably the first game in years that CeeDee Lamb doesn't show up on the stat sheet. Like I said, he got hurt, so clearly it was early in the game. So they lost Dak, and their offense just looked like trash.
I got nothing. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, Cowboys suck. Yeah, defensively and offensively, the Cowboys are not where it's at. Yeah. Anytime the Bears look like both teams made the Bears and the Vikings look like all stars, and we just got finished, and we just got finished saying that both of those teams are trash, and we're not wrong.
The Lions don't really ever need. It's been a while since the Lions really needed a wide receiver, but we still do a little bit of research on wide receivers. And the Bears got this Luther Burden III, and he was completely off my radar. And I don't know a whole lot about him. He led the game in receiving yards, finished with 103 yards, 5 catches, 1 touchdown. That was I'm sorry. Whoa. Yeah, that's right. No, is that right? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Well, he had 101. He had 101 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 catches. And that was after doing nothing in the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks he had 2 catches and 2 yards. What have you were you up on this Luther Burden?
Nah, I don't think I've ever heard his name in my life.
He was a second round pick out of Missouri, and yeah, I saw T. McMillan. Who else came out in this draft? Matthew Golden. I feel like I saw some guys, but well, that's because Tesla, but that was because he came to do a visit. But yeah, no, Burton, I haven't heard a lot about Burton, so I'll keep my eye on him. But they got high expectations for this kid. I know Ben Johnson. It was a story that Ben Johnson was like kicked him out of practice because he was like bullshitting in practice or something like that. So
it's probably because I didn't do a lot of research on. I did research on wide receivers last year. I mean, during the draft, but I didn't do a lot. I was more into my defensive bag, looking at DNs and trying to find a defensive player for the Lions, more so than offensive players this year. Because, like you said, we didn't really need any wide receivers, so I wasn't really into my wide receiver bag. I glanced over a couple of them, but I wasn't heavy into the wide receivers this year. Hey man, yo, I don't know where you at, but your camera freezing like every other 3 seconds.
Okay. All right. Next up we got Arizona Cardinals going to San Francisco to take on the 49ers. 49ers were given 2.5. I took the 49ers. They did not cover the 2.5. They won by 1. You took Arizona.
That was actually a good game, man. You said it was 1.5 spread?
2.5.
2.5? And they did cover it?
No. Arizona covered. They lost.
Oh, Arizona. They did cover. Yeah, man. That was an interesting game, dog. I don't know what Kyler Murray was doing out there, man. He was running around. They were making mistakes. That game looked like the bad news Bears, man. Like it's like who gonna mess up the worst to win this game? The Arizona Cardinals had a chance to win the game, and then you would turn away, and they were like, "Oh no, San Francisco's got the ball, and they're driving down for the winning score." And you were like, "What?" Let me turn back to it. You turn it on. Look, looks like they're gonna win. You turn away for a second. Nope. Arizona got the ball. So, and it went like that for the whole entire fourth quarter, dog. I actually thought it was gonna go in overtime, but San Francisco actually ended up pulling it out, man. But yeah, I don't know what they were doing. Maybe uh Kyler Murray should invest in throwing to Marvin Harrison Jr. a lot more during the game, and they would have pulled it out.
Well, old Marvin got 6 targets, second most targets on the team. Finished with the old usual 44 yards, 0 touchdowns. A good old, just your everyday ho hum game from Marvin Ho Hum Jr. And more importantly, wow, okay, never mind. I was gonna say Christian McCaffrey only had 52 yards on the ground, but damn, he had 10 catches for 88 yards. so they fed him the rock, and he pre-produced, no touchdowns, but he was able to handle the workload, and hopefully he can continue to handle the workload and stay healthy because everybody's going down on this 49ers team, so they can ill afford another injury.
Well, I will say this: why I don't know why Kyler Murray was having the problems and issue scoring that he was having. I do know for a fact that the reason that the San Francisco 49ers were having the issues they were having was because of Mac Jones. Mac Jones was out there hamming it up, throwing wild passes, giving up the ball, throwing interceptions, giving fumbles. Mac Jones, man, that's your man's.
That is my man's. His team came away with the victory. I don't know what else you want from a quarterback. He only threw 1 interception, only took 1 sack. And he got the ball out there. He got the ball to Pearsall. And when nobody when nobody was open, he just turned to Christian McCaffrey. This is genius. This is a genius, man. If I was a quarterback and I couldn't find nobody open, I would throw the ball to Christian McCaffrey too. He targeted Christian McCaffrey 15 times. hey, man. Work smarter, not harder.
So your perfect quarterback is the dump off guy. Dump off to the star.
There you go. If you put Star in there, you could dump it off, man. Dump it off. Jared Goff tried to do it with Jahmyr Gibbs. It didn't work. Everybody was mad at him. Mac Jones does it with Christian McCaffrey. They get the win. Everybody's happy with Mac Jones.
No, everybody. I know, and everybody's. I don't think. San Francisco fans are happy with Mac Jones. I think they're happy they got the win, but they like we won in spite of Mac Jones.
We'll see. Brock Purdy is allegedly back, so hopefully he can pick up where he left off. I might have been drinking when we did the picks last time, man, because it says here that Kansas City took on the New York Giants, and you took Kansas City, and I took the New York Giants. I might have to go back and look at my reasoning for taking the worst team in football. But I did take them, and in Giants fashion, they let me down tremendously.
Yeah, man. Russell Wilson out there doing old Russell Wilson like things, man. Not new Russell Wilson like things, but old Russell Wilson like things. Closing his eyes, throwing the ball up for grabs. I don't know what that guy was doing out there.
Kansas City fans took over that stadium. It was like 50-50. Like I thought, I was like, wow, I guess they told the fans to wear, red and blue. But then I find out, like, no, that was like Kansas City fans. So, yeah, the Giants suck. You don't need to say much more than that. I do got my eye on this Tyquan Thornton. Finished the game with 71 yards, 1 touchdown, 9 targets. Wow. Patrick Mahomes needs somebody to throw to because everybody's hurt, and Travis Kelce is a shell of who he used to be. So I'm curious to see if this Thornton guy could step up.
What do you mean? Juju's out there. Come on now.
Juju would fit in perfectly in Denver. Last game of the week was the Detroit Lions taking on Baltimore. We both took Baltimore, but we did say that it was a very tough pick, and we easily could have seen a path. I shouldn't say easily, but we both saw a path where the Lions could win that game. We both happy to be wrong. Lions dominated that game and covered 1-8.
Yeah, definitely glad to be wrong on that game. Said they had to play a perfect game, and they almost did, man. You know what I'm saying? By standards of playing a good game, the Lions played a very well patented game.
All right, so awful week for me. Awful. New Orleans Saints level, New York Giants level week for me. 3-12 on the picks. That brings me to 14-24. You had a much better week, 9-6. That brings you to 22-16. So I am 8 games behind. So I got some work to do.
Shooter McGavin.
And my DBs all right. So going on to the next week or this week, I guess some would say. First game of the week, Seattle is going to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Cardinals are at home. They are getting 1.5.
So based on the last two performances that the Cardinals have had, I've been on their boat for the last 2 weeks, but contrary to what most people think, man, Seattle has been on fire, man. I don't know what's in the water in Seattle, but I didn't think they were going to be a good team this year, and they've been lighting teams on fire. So yeah, man, and the teams of mid, give me Seattle to come out on top.
Seattle has quietly reestablished himself as a defensive team. They brought in Mike McDonald, who was a defensive coordinator at Michigan at U of M. So they've been reestablishing themselves. They had a couple of guys on the top 100 team, NFL top 100 team from their defense. So yeah, they're establishing themselves as a defensive team. They got Sam Darnold in there, so Sam Darnold's not going to go out there and lose you a game, and he'll do I shouldn't say just enough. He'll do enough to win you a game. It's just that when you ask him to do too much, then that's a recipe for disaster. But they're not asking him to do too much, and they got a defense behind them, just like they had in Minnesota. So they're doing pretty good. So I'm with you, man. Give me Seattle as well.
You know what just occurred to me, man? That the defensive end on the other side of the Cowboys went to Seattle. So essentially, the Cowboys gave away both of their defensive ends in like 2 months.
Maybe that's why their defense sucks. Apparently, hey, maybe that guy has the same mentality as Brad Holmes, like defensive ends.
By that guy, you mean Jerry Jones?
Yeah, and that's the first and last time I'll ever use Jerry Jones and Brad Holmes' name in the same sentence. The Minnesota Vikings are going to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Steelers are at home. They are getting 2.5 at home.
Not that it matters. Not that it's going to affect my pick. But is JJ McCarthy playing this week?
No.
Yeah, man. Even if he was, I was still going to pick Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is going to come out, and now that the Vikings are playing a real NFL team, they'll show exactly who they are.
Yeah. Don't bet against Mike Tomlin. Carson Wentz didn't really have to do a whole lot. The defense came through, but they are not at home this time. Aaron Rodgers is better than Jake Browning, so I don't really need to say a whole lot more. Give me the Steelers as well. Philadelphia is traveling to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is at home. They are getting 3.5.
Ooh. Hmm. You know what? Give me Tampa Bay in this game. Tampa Bay has been on a roll, man. Tampa Bay, I like what I've been seeing from Tampa Bay. These past 3 weeks, man, they've been playing not the best football, but they've been playing pretty solid football. Rug 'em, tug 'em, tough football, man. They've been a tougher team on the field through these 3 weeks, and Philadelphia doesn't look bad, but they don't look like the championship team that they were last year. I think Philly has taken a slight step back. Not to say that Philly is not good, but I just think that Tampa Bay will out tough. They lost Mike Evans though, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Oh, I might have to revisit that.
I'm gonna go ahead and take Philly while you think about it. Like you said, they lost Mike Evans, and they've been holding on. Tampa Bay's been holding on week by week. Baker Mayfield has been playing MVP caliber ball to get them to 3-0. They are at home, but to be honest, man, I'm tired of betting against Philly because it never pays off for me.
You know what? Tampa Bay lost Mike Evans last year, and they did okay. I'm going to stick with Tampa Bay.
All right. The LA Chargers taking on the worst team in football, the New York Giants. Giants are at home. They are getting 6.5.
They're getting 6.5. Wow. I don't know what this new Giant team is going to look like with Jackson Dart behind the helm. But what I do know is that the LA Chargers have been on fire, man. Another up and coming team that I didn't think was going to be a bad team, but I didn't think they were going to be playing as good as they are this season. And as of right now, your boy Justin Herbert and the Chargers look unstoppable. So give me the Chargers.
I refuse to bet on the New York Giants, so give me the Chargers.
You did it last week.
And yep, that was the first and only time this season. The New Orleans Saints are taking on the Buffalo Bills. I said the New York Giants were the worst team in football, but according to Vegas, the Saints are because they are on the road and they are getting 15.5.
Wow. Who they playing?
Buffalo.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. Buffalo will cover that. Give me Buffalo. I'm even with the 15 points. That's a wild number, but yeah, Buffalo will cover that.
15.5 is a wild number. They could have stopped it at 13.5 or 14. That would have made more sense. But you say 15.5. At some point, I imagine that Buffalo is going to get bored with this game, and they're going to let Josh Allen go home early. So I don't know, man. It's definitely a crazy pick, but Jesus, man. If you can't stay within 15.5, I don't know what to say. I'll take this. I'll take the points.
Nah, man. Nah, it's a blowout year, man. Teams been getting blown out left and right this year.
The Saints suck, but I wouldn't want them on my team. But and I talk shit about them all the time. But damn it, if Spencer Rattler ain't out there fighting for every inch, so this is gonna be Spencer Rattler's one time to make me a believer out of him. This is the one and only opportunity I'm giving this man.
That's my guy, and I don't even believe.
Our game of the week. It's not even our game of the week, but The Cleveland Browns are traveling to Detroit. Detroit at home, giving 10.
Yeah, yeah. Giving 10. Yeah, I think we cover 10. Cleveland has a pretty good defense, but our offense is crazy good, man. If we're fighting on all cylinders, we cover 10. Yeah, I'll take us with the 10.
Yeah, Cleveland has a pretty good offense, but don't make the same mistake I did with the Cowboys. They also played offense too, and their offense isn't that great. Not a lot of standouts. And if it's one thing Detroit loves to do is beat up on a bad team. So give me the Lions as well. Tennessee traveling to Houston. Houston is at home and they are giving 7.
CD Stroud redemption game, baby. Hey, man. Hey, you got the Titans out there, man. That's easy pickings, man. The Titans are, man. I'm trying to think who I will pick the Titans to win against this year. I don't know, but it's definitely not the Tennessee. It's definitely not the Texans. So give me the Texans.
Give me 1 second. Who is the Tennessee Titans coach? Brian Callahan. He's gonna get fired this year. I don't know who Brian Callahan is. I have to look that up after the pod. I really want to take Tennessee in this game, but yeah, I'm convinced that what is let me check one more thing here. Has Tennessee won a game this year? Tennessee is 0-3. Oh man, this is tough. They just got smacked by another division rival. Oh God, man. Yeah, I can't. I just don't want to bet on Houston. You know what? F it, man. Houston to cover a touchdown. If it was something like 3.5, 4, 4.5, but you asking me to cover a touchdown with Houston, I just can't do it. And I'll regret it, but I just can't do it.
Who did Tennessee play again last week?
Jacksonville.
Yeah, the Texans are a better team than Jacksonville.
Oh, who did Tennessee play last week? Tennessee play Indianapolis.
Oh, no, Texans are the better team than Indianapolis.
Are the Texans 0-3 too? Yeah. So it's about 0-3 teams, man. Yeah, give me Tennessee, man. This is gonna be a scratch claw battle, and Tennessee probably will lose, but I don't believe Houston can cover 7. CJ Stroud, this guy, I saw an interview where they asked him a question about him wearing New York Yankees and Seattle Mariners gear, and fans didn't like it. And he said, I wear what makes me feel comfortable or some shit like that. That's what they're talking about down there in Houston. I can't get jiggy with that. Carolina.
Their mind's not even on football.
Your Carolina Panthers are going to New England to take on the Patriots.
Back to my Carolina Panthers.
The dominant shutout defense of your Carolina Panthers traveling in New England take on the New England Patriots. Patriots at home, disrespecting the Panthers, giving 5.
Oh, they giving 5?
Disrespecting your Carolina Panthers.
They're once again. I thought we had established this last week. They are not my Panthers.
They are not. They're America's Panthers.
The 5 is a little too steep for me. I do think that the Patriots will win this game, but I don't think it'll be by 5 points.
Mike Vrabel discussed Christian Gonzalez's possible Patriots return in Week 4. "Quote unquote, that's the plan."
Yeah. I mean, like I said, man, I think I think the Patriots win, but I don't think the Patriots and the Panthers are that far apart right now. But 5 is a little too steep for me. I don't think the Patriots win by a touchdown. I think it's going to be a close game, and I think it's going to come down to a field goal.
Assuming Christian Gonzalez plays, Bryce on the road, I don't think that defense is going to travel like it did at home. I will take the 5 and New England. Washington going to what a game here. Washington is going to Atlanta. Atlanta is at home. They're getting 1 point. No word on Jaden Daniels' status.
Washington is giving how much?
Washington is giving 1 on the road. Jaden Daniels continues to be limited at practice. Terry McLaurin, Terry McLaurin remains out.
Ooh. That's it. Until I see the Atlanta Falcons letting Penix throw up the field, and it's not just the Bijan show. They realize that they have more players than just Bijan Robinson. Give me Washington to win this game, even without Jaden Daniels. But I do expect Bijan Robinson to have 130 yards total overall yards.
This is a tough game to pick without the status of Jaden Daniels being established. I'm kind of on both sides of the fence here. The 1 point is pretty much irrelevant. Correct me if I'm wrong. On the Netflix show Quarterback, wasn't Marcus Mariota playing for Atlanta?
Yes, he was.
So potential Marcus Mariota revenge game, or you combine it with Jaden Daniels returns. No Austin Eckler. Washington is kind of a mess right now, man, and I am reluctantly going to take Atlanta, strictly based off a narrative.
Washington's offense is kind of a mess. They got Terry McLaurin out, Jaden Daniels out, but they still got Debo. They still got a okay running back, and Washington's defense is amazing. So, yeah, Marcus Mariota isn't the greatest quarterback at all, but he's not an incompetent quarterback. He can make plays when he needs to, and I have more faith in Marcus Mariota than a lot of backup quarterbacks in this league.
This is just the football gods' way. They do this every season where they give a team a victory, and that team can say, "Hey, we beat the Washington Commanders," but then you go back and you look at it and you find out that Jaden Daniels didn't play that game, and Terry McLaurin didn't play that game, and so I think this is going to be one of those games where you look back and on paper it says they won, but then you look deeper and they really didn't beat anybody. So I'll stake my pick on that. On that. Indianapolis Colts are traveling to LA to take on Matthew Stafford and the LA Rams. Rams are at home. They are giving 3.5.
So With the way the Colts have been playing this year, there is no reason to believe that Daniel Jones is not the first round pick that he was supposed to be when he came out. Before he donned the New York Giants jersey. But with that being said, he's still Daniel Jones. So give me the Rams.
I fully believe in my heart of hearts that the Indianapolis Colts win this game. And the reason is because I'm with you. I am also taking the LA Rams, and I refuse to believe in Daniel Jones. And I've come this far, so why get off the bandwagon now? Yeah, give me the Rams. Watch these damn Colts win by 3 and cover. I mean, lose by 3 and cover. All right, final slate. We got like 6 more games. Jacksonville Jaguars are traveling to San Francisco to take on the 49ers. 49ers are giving 3.5.
So the Jaguars, right?
Yeah.
This is a tough game, man, because I feel like these teams are opposite, man. I feel like San Francisco has taken a major step back, dog. But they're still good enough to win games, but they're not this dominant, scary team that once was. And the Jaguars has actually been winning games this year. You know what I'm saying? They've won a couple of games that I thought they should lose. So, oh man, my history meter says just go ahead and pick San Francisco, but I don't know, man. The way you said Brock Purdy is playing this year, I mean this week.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy is playing this week, but they lost Bosa. What about Nick? What about Kittle?
No, he's on IR.
Ah, shit, man. Give me Jacksonville.
All right, I will take San Francisco. Jacksonville has won some games, but they haven't beat anybody like where you were like, "Whoa, they beat that team" off the top of my head. So I'll take San Francisco. Trevor Lawrence sucks
Yeah,
too. That's another thing.
Trevor Lawrence does suck, man. But I don't have any faith in in San Francisco right now.
Oh man, tough game here. The Baltimore Ravens are going to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. Chiefs are at home and they are giving 2.5. I'm sorry, they are getting 2.5 at home.
The Chiefs have looked suspect this year, man, and they are missing a lot of their weapons. Travis Kelce is on the decline, and the Baltimore is coming off a game where they just took a really bad L. And I know they expected to win it, so they're going to come into that stadium pretty pissed off. Lamar Jackson doesn't have a great record against Patrick Mahomes, but as of right now, Patrick Mahomes isn't the Patrick Mahomes of old, and I think Baltimore comes in with something to prove, especially I'm just gonna call him crybaby Derrick Henry, and he's got something to prove. Lamar's got something to prove, and I think they come in and take this game with I think they come in pissed off and take this game.
I'm with you. The only way I see Baltimore lose, the only way I see Baltimore losing is if their kicker collapses under pressure and misses some key field goals. But assuming that he comes and he shows up and he does the job, I think Baltimore wins the game. Chicago Bears going to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. Raiders are giving 1.
I don't have any faith in the Bears, but I think they're better than the Raiders. So, dang, why did the Bears have such an easy schedule, dog? Give me the Bears.
Yeah, we talked about the Bears. Looked like they were broken, and they turned around and got a victory, but they beat up on a homeless team in the Dallas Cowboys. So, yeah, I like Geno Smith and I like Max Crosby, and I can't say the same thing on Chicago's for Chicago's roster. So yeah, give me the Raiders.
Yeah, man, and just for the record, man, the last 2 weeks I felt really slimy picking the Bears. So just want that out there, man. Hey, Detroit, I don't feel good about it at all.
It truly is. Yeah, it could go either way. The Raiders are not world beaters. And Chicago showed that when they get their offense rolling, they can hang with anybody. So I shouldn't say anybody. When they get their offense rolling, they can put up points. And the Raiders do struggle when teams decide to put up points. So it's really a toss-up game.
Yeah.
Green Bay going to the Green Bay Packers are going to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Cowboys are at home and they are getting 6.5.
I think Michael Parsons and the Green Bay Packers go in there and see red and just like it's like the little guy sitting at the bar hitting on their woman, and they're gonna go in there and they're gonna go crazy, and they're gonna destroy the Cowboys.
Jordan Love is not that great of a quarterback unless you put zero pressure on him. And then in that case, he turns into the Tom Brady of the New England Patriots. And Dallas has shown no ability to put pressure on quarterbacks. So
They gave away both of their ends.
Jordan Love's gonna have all day to sit back there. And we saw what the Dallas Cowboys offense looked like last week without CeeDee Lamb. We get to see it again this week, and nobody wants to see that. Yeah, I'm with you. Give me the Packers. New York Jets.
Once again, just a depressing pick in my soul.
The New York Jets taking on Miami. Dolphins are at home. Disrespectful. They are favored by
baby. Yes.
They are favored by 2.5.
Yeah, Aaron Glenn gets his first win, baby. Go AG. I see you out there, baby. You're gonna be dancing on the sidelines tonight.
Yeah. AG and the New York Jets destroy the Dolphins, and Mike McDaniel gets fired after this game to just clean up everything. AG gets his first win. Mike McDaniel gets a new lease on life. Yeah, give me the Jets. Cincinnati Bengals are traveling to Denver on the second Monday Night Football game. The Denver Broncos.
I promise you, you look like Max Ketchum, man. I feel like we on dial up.
Yeah, man. I'm in the heart of the west side of Detroit, so I guess our towers ain't where we want them to be at yet. This is the last game.
My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt you. What were you saying the score of the game was?
Cincinnati Bengals are going to Denver to take on the Broncos in the second Monday Night Football game. Broncos are giving 7.5.
Yeah, man. I know. They're giving 7.5. Good Lord.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I said that. I know. I said that. That I was gonna have to think long and hard about staying on the Broncos train, and I was serious about that. All the way up until the point where you said Bengals, and then I was like, "Yep, all aboard," and I'm jumping right back on that train.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. Hold on 1 second. Pat Surtain. We'll see the second.
Who?
Pat Surtain, the
Oh, Pat
second.
Surtain. Yeah.
Yeah. Pat Surtain, second injury updates. Returns to field, helped off field, blah blah blah. All right, no word on Pat Surtain, so I'm guessing he's back. Oh, geez, man, I can't. I would love to take Cincinnati in this. It's a perfect spot to take Cincinnati. I mean, everybody's gonna be on Denver. Like everybody's gonna be on Denver. Cincinnati looked awful last week. On the road to a defense that they allowed that defense to just go off on them. Well, I'm waiting on this Denver Broncos defense to take off, and I'm gonna go ahead and give them one more benefit of the doubt. I would love to take the Bengals, but Jake Browning is just not the answer. Hopefully, he comes out and looks like something for the sake of all Cincinnati Bengals fans. But yeah, he looked like he crumbled in the face of pressure last week, and Denver in Mile High Stadium is going to try to generate that same type of pressure. If it was a different team than Denver, maybe I would find a way to do it. But yeah, I can't. I'm with you. I got to take Denver in a blowout.
I tell y'all what, if Cincinnati goes out and trades for another backup quarterback in the middle of this week, I'll change my pick.
I mean, Joe Milton is out there. Jameis Winston is out there. Go get a Marcus Mariota. Go get a. I don't know. There's answers out there. Cincinnati. You don't have to just wallow in Jake Browning water. Go out there and make something happen. But that's it, man. Those are our picks for the week.
Oh, that was all of them.
Yeah.
We went through that pretty quickly. Yeah, man. Yeah. We will come back and we will see what our picks brought up. We'll see if Marcus can catch up with the number one guy. I'm leading this year. I'm taking home the trophy this year. But with that being said, I gotta say one more thing before I get out, man. So far, it's looking like I may have been wrong on the Tigers, man. They lost their last 2 games, but
True.
there's still a lot more games to go before the end of the season, man. And all we need to do is win half of those games, and we're good, man. So, hey, I'm not giving up yet, Detroit. I'm still out there. I'm not letting Marcus's pessimism get to me. The Tigers are still a thing.
Yeah. Half of the games, I wouldn't even start there, man. I would start with all they need to do is win a game, and that would be a great place to start. I don't remember the last time they won a game. It's been a while. I'm pretty sure that now they are like 1-11 in their last 12 games. So yeah, getting a victory is a great place to start. I'm just saying, man, that like you said with the Denver Broncos, every other franchise in sports, not even in baseball, just every franchise in sports, they have a season like the Tigers did last year, and then they do what the Washington Commanders is the latest example. The Washington Commanders had a fantastic year last year, and what did they do? They doubled down. They brought in free agents. They made trades, and it's not working out right now. But they made the effort to get better. Whereas the Detroit Tigers was like, wow, we did really good last year. This is running back. It's like, the house, you was at the casino, you hit, and you was like, something told you should have walked away from the casino, but you was like, hey, it's house money. And we all know how house money stories end up. So that's where the Tigers are right now, man. So hopefully they do make it. And once you get in, anything can happen. So hopefully they figure it out and they get back on track, because you could still have playoff baseball, and it'd be nice to have playoff baseball again, just like we did last year. But I just really hope that the end of this season is a wake up call, or a bat signal to management saying, hey, we can't rely on a bunch of kids to carry us to a World Series. At some point, man, you got to bring in stable, savvy veterans.
Yeah, man. Well, all I will say is this: that I get what you're saying, and you could be right. They may need to bring in some like, I do agree that they did needed to bring some bats in. You said they needed some more bats, and I do agree that would have helped out dramatically in what's going on right now. But what I will say, man, is like a month ago when the Tigers were on that losing streak, and everybody told me that it was over, and the Tigers would not win another game. They went on like a 20-game winning streak. I think we only had a 50 plus record at that point, and then we went on. No, we're 80 games up. So I don't know, man. I don't think the run is over. It's not looking the best yet, but I have faith that the Tigers can pull it out. So we'll see what happens with it, man. Unless you had any more, man. That's all I have for this week.
That's all I got. See what happens tonight. Tonight we have I closed it, but we got Thursday Night Football, Seattle, and I think Arizona was the team that they were playing. So we'll see how it go.
It should be an interesting game, man. We get to see Marvin Harrison Jr. have his breakout game and have the game of his life.
Yeah,
so
prime time Marvin. I'm here for it, man. Get your popcorn ready.
First time under the lights.
Yeah, watch that 8 yards a catch performance that he gonna have tonight. 8 catches. I'm sorry, 8 yards a catch. I'm gonna give him a good game tonight. He gonna have 4 catches, 8 yards a catch, 32 yards, and 1 drop in the end zone. I'm ready for
it. 6 catches, 147 yards. Two touchdowns, and I'll give you a drop. I'll give you 1 drop touchdown.
Dog.
No, not even a drop touchdown. I give you. He caught a touchdown, but it gets called back for holding. So he has 3.5 touchdowns.
I did think about the get called back for holding. If Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm giving once in a lifetime opportunities this podcast. And I got another one for you. If Marvin Harrison Jr. eclipses 100 yards tonight, I will get on here on the next podcast, take back everything negative I've ever said about Marvin Harrison, and I will say that kid, I'm not gonna say it right now, but I will say nice things about Marvin Harrison Jr. on the next pod if he eclipses 100 yards.
Write your speech tonight. Write it out. I'll get you a notebook and put it down on paper.
I would, but that would be time that I would never get back for something that's never gonna happen. That's all I got, man.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, that's all we got for this week, man. We will see y'all back next week after the Lions game, man, to do our roundup on the aftermath of the Lions. Until then, peace. Peace.